Desire is no different than a game in an app store, on your computer, on your phone, on your tablet, on any electronic device. If the game is available in the app store on that said device, then it's available to be downloaded and played. Same with a desire. If you look at desire as software and you look at humans as hardware, which I mention all the time, I just think we're supercomputers. We're very advanced central processing units. When you look at it that way, if you are receiving a desire, which is the software, that means that your hardware, your system, is capable of running that software, is capable of achieving that desire. So anytime you have a desire, that is literally the green light that you are able to run that desire, that you're a match to the desire when you get the desire. Same way a game sitting in the app store means that, it can be downloaded by that electronic device. Now, people get confused because there are different ways to approach it and understand it. There is a downloading process and things of that sort, but any desire that you can fathom, any desire that comes to you, means that the desire is capable of running on your system. You are capable of running that desire because your system has the potential. Potential does not always mean right here, right now. Potential means if you can withstand the movement, that you will eventually get there. The movement, when you have a game in an app store, you see the game, but that doesn't mean it's your game. It doesn't mean it's your game yet. It becomes your game if, your system, which is your computer, is updated and you download it. If your system is not updated, if your computer is not updated, you got to go through an update so that your computer can actually run the game efficiently. And then after the update, you download the game and then you get to play the game. We are no different. So with desire being the software, again, if you get a desire, you can fulfill the desire. You can run the desire. Okay? And this may seem abstract because the world doesn't teach you things like this. The world doesn't teach you that anything can happen and that follow your dreams, because they teach you that only certain people can achieve certain dreams. And honestly, even sometimes we tell ourselves that because our desires seem so big. But it's not that it's gonna be 100% easy, but the desire is literally proof. It's letting you know that it will and it can be fulfilled when you reach the requirements, because your system can handle it. Your system can handle the desire, right? So if we think about it in terms of, again, desire being software and you are the hardware, you can either just download the desire from the app store and it downloads and then it's on your computer, phone, electronic device. Sometimes you try to download it, your device lets you know you need an upgrade. So we're going to talk about the difference between upgrades and instant downloads. When you're able to instantly download a game, usually your Wi-Fi is really good, your signal is good, first of all, but also you have the capacity, you have the storage to download the game. And when we think about those things in terms of humans, for a desire to be, transferred to a human, first of all, your signal has to be good. You have to be able to receive. So you can't be clogged up, fogged up. Your channels can't be full of other debris. You got to be open. And if your channels aren't open, you most likely will not receive the desire. Or you won't be able to begin the process of downloading the software. But if you have the capacity and you have perfect signal, it's easy. Think about it like things of, oh, you wake up, you want a burger, go get the burger. You have the capacity, you have the signal to receive you want a burger, right? Those are the things that you have capacity for. You even have the capacity, to get up and go shopping, things like that. But there are certain things that are just requiring more capacity. They require more space. You have to realize the potential and things like that. Like, just, that's more of identity work. You're literally, if you want to start a new job, move to a new city, that is going to take massive amounts of actually clearing, getting rid of things that don't fit the space anymore, and then bringing what does fit the space. So, detaching from the current environment, current job, current relationship, just current whatever, and realizing the potential to go further if it's not equal match. So that can look like an update. And when we think of a computer updates look very similar to seasons of isolation, where you're figuring out who you really are, getting rid of the outside noise, and actually expanding your hardware. When we're updating our computer, first of all, you have to accept the update, or you turn on automatic updates. It's up to you, but it's all consent. It won't update unless you allow it to update. So that's a good thing. Updates are up to us, and you pick and choose when you want to update and how you want to update. But when you update, just like a computer, the screen goes black, it becomes a void, and the update starts. We don't know how long the update will be. You can have a idea, because sometimes it'll tell you, if you have a more advanced computer, it'll tell you like how many seconds or minutes are left, but it can regress and progress. You can be at 25%, go to 75%, come back to 50. It's not linear. The update is not linear. And I want us to translate that to us. When we are updating, when we're in isolation, when you don't know what's next, you're an update. When a computer's updating, you don't cut it off, you don't interfere, you don't try to run an app, you don't try to do any of that. No, you just let it update. You be neutral. You know that eventually the computer will be done updating and it will cut on. So what's the difference between you and the computer? If it desires a software and you are a hardware, just like a game, you don't force it, because you already download. You click download, it's gonna be there. That's why I don't agree to manifestation culture, because they try to make you force something. Why would you force the game to be played while the computer is updating, or while the game is downloading? That don't make no sense. That's toxic positivity. It's not about forcing. If you're not 100% certain, you don't force. That's causing resistance. If you try to run a game, run anything while something is downloading or while something is updating, it won't work. You'll interfere. You'll probably break the computer. So why would you do it with yourself? Why would you try and force something during an update? Just let it be. Just let it run. Just let it run smoothly. The more neutral you are, the more you aren't forcing anything, the smoother the update, the smoother the results. You only update if you don't interfere. It's okay to be in isolation. It's okay to not know what's next. It's okay to be in a void. Only there are you growing. And the more you don't resist, the quicker it loads. Even if it looked like you went back all the way to the front. You know how fast updates jump from 1 to 100? And then sometimes you seem so close, but nothing seems like it's making sense. You can be sitting at 99% on an update for a minute, and then next thing you know, your computer turns on and it's all updated. It's not linear, right? And trying to force it, or even be logical about it sometimes make no sense because it's not logical. It does it how it wants to do it. And it's gonna be like that. So it's all about understanding and keeping certain that if you got the desire, you'll be able to experience the desire because you were able to receive the desire. That means you are a match. It's a match in your system. You don't have to ever force or worry about it not coming. You only worry about that when you begin to interfere. A desire means you're a match to it regardless. It don't mean, oh, you gotta go do this to be a match. No, when you get the desire, you're a match. It's just about non-interference, updating if you need to update, building that capacity, allowing the signal to come through, and letting things move. Rarely do you have to interfere if it's a true desire. You're just going to align, and alignment is the update. It's the download. That's what alignment is. And once it's done, it's automatically initiated. Your computer turned back on. The game is there. Open the game, play. Right? So it's not about forcing. And I just wanted to make this episode because it's like most people think that, things are only for certain people. And our desires are wired to our system. So if you're getting it again, your system is meant to hold it. So you're only getting desires that your system is meant to hold anyway. So you shouldn't even worry about what nobody else is doing. Your desires are your desires. And you're going to get what's meant for your system. And when you get it, accept it. Accept the updates. Accept the signal. Let it be. Let your system upgrade. It's fine. Your desire is the proof. Your desire is the reassurance. Tell yourself, if I got the desire, it can happen, and it will. You just have to recognize your system and how things operate within your system. And stop interfering. Sometimes you can get the desire automatically, like I said, the low resistance, the easy things. But sometimes desires trigger updates. And then when they trigger updates, let it update. But the desire will be on the other side of the update. And you just let that be. You let that happen.